So welcome to the Seasoned Scholar, Season 3. And this Season 3 has seen or witnessed a lot of legends. And I think the one of the person for which we have been following him for first season, finally we find a time. So today our guest is Professor Ashutosh Sharma, which is a Institute Chair Professor and at the Department of Chemical Engineering of Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. He is the founding coordinator of DST Thematic Unit of Excellence on Soft Nanofabrication and chairman of Center for Environmental Science and Engineering at IIT. Now he has been editor for several journals and as a Secretary of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, he served one of the, I would say, mother funding agency who drives the science and engineering research in the country. And just now he became president of National Science Academy. And so welcome, sir. I cannot tell you that how much happy I am I'm very grateful that you spare some time to be here.
Yeah, Manish, I'm also very happy that we are finally meeting up. Is my audio okay?
Yes.
We're finally meeting up. I don't have COVID, you don't have COVID, both of us are over COVID, and then also our Wi-Fi are working well. So I'm very, very happy indeed today that we are together and talking on a Sunday afternoon. Yes. Sunday afternoons are very good because they're a little bit less pressure on your time. And so, as you can see, that we are both surrounded by books on all sides. And of course, I wish that we were sitting in a park, but you can imagine that you are sitting in a park under, good shade of big trees. And we are talking, having a friendly talk. Okay. Please go ahead.
To succeed, getting IIT itself was a successful childhood, I would say. Is that you got 10 out of 10 if you get yourself admitted to IIT and you complete the degree. So for that person to become that successful, what is the two most important?
So like I pointed out, success to me did not mean getting perfect score. Okay, it basically means that you enrich a lot of your experiences that you have not had before. An IIT would offer you many experiences that you would not get in your high school, and one of the things is, like I said, okay, let's say competition. But, I wish that in addition to competition, which happens until college years, one also learns about cooperation, because life is not run only on competition. Right? Very little of life is run on competition. If you think about it, only exams are run on competition. But once you have cracked the exams and you are running your life, then a whole lot of understanding of cooperation is very important. Teamwork, whatever you call it, right? And that's a separate issue, and I wish that we learn more of it.
So I just wanted to know about
negotiating, let's say IIT, and what you were saying is, look, what do you need? Two things you need to do for success in IIT.
You seems to me is like a sharp child who happened to read there, and you got that freedom and independence. And then because you didn't bother much about the studies, didn't took pressure much, but you were good enough to crack the IIT. And so if you look back, what you will say that one should, like if I have to make my son do well in that page, what should I do? Two things. That is my question.
So he should do well, of course, in IIT, but he should also learn skills to continue to do well outside of IIT. Right? See, IIT is not a standalone thing. Sometimes, people nowadays are thinking there is a stepping stone. First you go to coaching, then you go to IIT, then life in IIT is just another stepping stone, right, to get a job. It's not like that. One should not divide life like this. But I'm saying it's a continuum. Life is a continuum in
Of
which what
course.
you learn now, right? And so, what is it that one should learn? I think one should learn greater degree of independence, even greater degree of resisting the peer pressure, and this is all done through understanding. Is done through understanding. There are so many good, competitive, brilliant, smart people. You can be one of them, no doubt, right? Or you can be one of them, and you can be who you want to be, isn't it? And that only question is most people don't know what they want to be.
Yes, yes, true.
So
After
what
the
happens is, so what happens when we don't know what we want to be? We are on a conveyor belt. Okay, and that conveyor belt is going from one product to another product. You know how it happens. I get this rank in JE. Conveyor belt starts. You say this rank will get you this IIT, this branch, this college, this branch, right? Who is thinking about all this? Nobody is thinking about what is this rank, this IIT, that branch. You should ask yourself a question about where you want to be and what you want to do. All this is totally meaningless. Okay, and so now what you do in IIT to be prepared for life. First of all, you're leading a life, you're learning new things. The opportunity in IIT is all about not cracking exams, but about learning. See, education until high school, because of coaching and so on, has the education has become meaningless totally. Okay, I have, I'm not saying anything, what I'm saying is I'm not saying anything cruel. I'm not
yeah, I
saying,
understood. Because there is not much opportunity to learn like
yeah, there's no
project-based learning.
learning, there is no
Yeah,
emphasis, because why would you want to do that? You want to
it
crack
is just
exam,
downloading the facts.
crack exam and move on, right? So now there's an opportunity to learn. Now, what does it mean to learn? Now, to learn actually does not mean to know the contents of your courses. Now, this is something that people don't tell. If I tell the class I teach, sometimes they don't understand. Most of the time, they don't understand, right? The contents of the course are not important because they would not be useful in the rest of your life.
Yeah,
Because when you
absolutely.
have to use those contents, you will have to relearn them. You will have to relearn it. You will have to relearn it much better than you learned in the college. So it is the ability to learn is what is called learning. It is not the content of what you learned in courses. They are no doubt they illustrate the process. They also tell you all the key concepts and keywords. So later on you can build upon them, right? But nobody should make the mistake of thinking that because I learned design of distillation column or heat exchanger doing chemical engineering, then I would be able to design all of these in a big petroleum complex, right? So therefore, it is not the content, but it is the ability, the capacity, and the passion to learn, right? Which means to be able to understand the contents of a problem, not the contents of the solution, right? It is not a standard solution, right? Life actually throws up new problems. So it is to understand what are the dimensions of a problem, what kind of tools would I need to solve that problem, what kind of perspectives and knowledge or the compartments of knowledge would be needed to solve that problem, how would I actually go about solving that problem, what information would I need from different sources and so on, what kind of thinking I would need to do, what people I need to consult and so on. So this is what I would call the problem solving approach, which is basically learning. Okay. So learning is unfortunately our learning is from chapter to chapter, from exam to exam, from course to course, from degree to degree, and basically it's all fragmented in 1,000 different ways. And so, which is okay. I got nothing against it. Look, this is all about analysis, but in problem solving, it's all about synthesis. So, what is it that I need to learn in IIT? It is to be able to carry forward one domain of knowledge into another, to make a connection. This connection is the most important thing in learning. It is not whether I know thermodynamics, whether I know fluid mechanics, but how to use both of them together to solve the problem of water.
Yeah. I mean,
So what I'm saying is people may get little less grades in IIT. Who cares? I mean, the point is that everybody will get a job, right? Okay. I'm not saying one should get very bad grades. I'm saying one should get as good a grades as you can get, okay, as you are capable of getting. But at the same time, can we focus on the experience of learning, the processes of learning, not because I need to crack an exam, okay, but because it is my problem to learn. And I would come back again to saying, look, often people say, I know my teacher didn't teach me. So why is it a problem of teacher? Okay, it is good, he's getting salary and all for teaching, good, okay, but you should actually be sure that you want to learn. It is for your life. If you don't think it is, you need any learning there, then forget it. Who cares about what teacher taught or didn't teach? Okay. And just move on. So I think learning is all about the responsibility of a student. And we are all student, no matter what our age is, no matter if you are enrolled in a degree program or not, right? We remain lifelong students. We remain committed to learning. Okay, I'm sometimes I can't get, I can't get good sleep if I can't figure out what's something new that I learned today, which I did not know earlier.